Wednesday, everybody. Who is here? Who do we have in the chat today? We have Sugar and Tammy and Becky. Hello to you guys. Hi, Joyce and Lamar and Linda. And Dawn, hello, Margaret. How are you? Hi, Trish. Welcome in. Hi, Sugar. How are you? Hi, Kimberly. Welcome in. And hello to the mods. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Jill. Hi, Nancy. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here today. Hello, K Craft. Stephanie and Miss Bull. Hello, Mama Swift. Hello to you. Huge hugs. Hugs to you guys. I hope you guys are all good. Hello, Lucy. Welcome in. And Patsy, hello to you. Huge hugs. Thank you so much. Hello, Colette from Chicago. Welcome in. Hello, Robin. Hi, Tank. How are you? I hope you are good, and I hope everyone else is good. I tried saying all the things at one time. Hi, Donna. Welcome in. And let's see. Hello to Heather and Val. Hi, Jen. And Denise, hello to you. So I don't know how this happens, guys, but I have tons of things to talk about. You'd think I'd eventually run out of things, but it seems like as the day passes, things just kind of build up and I have to release the Kraken or else I wind up with these like super long videos. So I have to tell you about the things before the very next day, kind of, I feel. Anyway. I have to tell you guys something. I have my sweater up and ready for week 4. So, or is it 4? Yeah. So I have my sweater ready for week 4. I'm going to show you where I'm at with it. But between now and tomorrow, I'm actually going to finish my sweater and I'm going to show you what good looks like. So I'm going to show you what the ribbing looks like by tomorrow and all the things. So I will show you that. I also have yarn to show you guys. When do I not have yarn to show? So I have yarn to show you guys. And then there was talk about Dollar Tree having that yarn. Well, for the longest time, my Dollar Tree stores didn't have any. I mean, I checked all of them. And miraculously, yesterday, I went in and the yarn was there. So I picked up some of that. So I'm going to show you what I have. I'm sure you've seen it, but I haven't seen it, so we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you what I think of it. So I have that, and what else do I have? I just have all the things sitting around me. So, yeah. Hi, Rosie. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me click the like button right there. Thank you so much, Rosie. I appreciate you. Huge hugs to you. And as people are coming in, I'm sending you guys all the hugest hugs and the welcomes and all the things. So thank you so much for being here. Hi, Diane. And let's see, Nisi, hello to you. Hi, Sherry. And Sticks, Hooks, and Strings. I love that. That's such a wonderful name. And Myra, hello to you. And am I missing anybody? If I'm missing you, I promise you it's not on purpose. I'm looking, but I have a habit of doing this, right? So, hi, Deb Dow. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Hi, Debbie12. All right, so where to begin? I guess I will go with the Dollar Tree yarn first. Let's talk about it because we've seen it. If you've seen it on one channel, you've seen it everywhere else. There's these 3 colorways at Dollar Tree for $5. I went ahead and got 2 of each because I was thinking about Boggy Creek. It's a really great idea to just grab some yarn. It's Red Heart. It's a deal and a steal. Great colors for Boggy Creek, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Hi, Becky. So here are my bags. 2 bags. Sorry about that. I forgot the microphone was on this shirt. 2 bags, 2 of each. I also picked up some batteries. They're probably not going to last a long time, but that's fine. I picked up batteries for my sign. It takes batteries, so hopefully we'll get that lit up. Let me move the hook out of the way. So I wound up with the green, the white, and the orange, which is not orange. It's called papaya. So these are the 3 colorways that my Dollar Tree have. And you know what? I don't think anyone else had any of the other colors, like Dollar Tree wise. I think everything that I've seen were these 3 colorways here. So it's not bad, you know, but it would have been nice to have, like last year when they had the Premier yarn, we had 4 color choices. This year it's Red Heart and there's only 3 color choices. So yes, let's look at the specs. I'm opening it because I'm actually going to be using it. So let's just open the things and talk about it. You know, I got to tell you something. I actually prefer the skeins not wound like this. So the Big Twist Value Pound Plus is wrapped like this. Lion Brand Pound of Love is wrapped like this. I prefer my skeins wrapped like Karen 1 pound. I prefer my skeins like that. I just feel like it works better. When it's like this, you get yarn babies. That's just my opinion. I'm sure, you know, there's just a way to finagle around all the things. I feel like if I go in there and I reach for that yarn, I'm going to get a yarn baby. That's just my opinion, you know? Let me see. Yep. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it right in there. Anyway, so let's look at the ball band here. So the ball band, it says it's off-white. Clearly off-white. It's giving me more of a cream or an Aran colorway. But yeah. So let me see. This is off-white. It's medium 4-weight yarn. They are suggesting a 5.5 millimeter US letter I hook, right? It's machine washable and dryable. You get a pound of yarn. It's 867 yards, 792 meters. It's really good yarn for $5. I mean, it's Red Heart. And if you've worked with Red Heart before, this is no different. But the yardage for $5, you can't really beat that, you know? So again, I thought of grabbing these because it's great for donation blankets. It's perfect actually. So yeah, with this yarn, I like using a 6. Yep, my J hook will work perfectly with this yarn. And so I got the off-white, right? We have this green colorway here, which I believe, I'm trying to go by what I've seen on the YouTube streets, but I can't remember. I think I've only seen it once or twice. So Green Pea, what a name. Green Pea. I like the colorway, you know? It's nothing groundbreaking. We've seen all shades of green. I mean, that's nice. I would have named it something else, but I digress. It's not my job. They don't pay me to name things. They don't pay me at all, actually. And this colorway is Papaya. Now, I like this combination. You guys like this? Now, if this were a little more orange, it would be giving Irish flag vibes. But this is good for Camp Boggy Creek, right? And other donations. I feel like, you know, after a few of those, I could probably make donation hats. I could probably make all the things, actually, you know? Fall, yes, it gives fall vibes. I can actually pull like a cafe latte brown and put that with that, and it would make it more like autumnal, right? I think. I don't know. I love Deals and Steals, guys. It is medium weight acrylic. It's not your bougie yarn, but you know, I got to tell you, for $5, this amount of yardage, it goes a long way. So I got 2 of each. I'm thinking I can make a handful of boggies with this, and you know, maybe they'll be in the same cabin. Maybe they'll be like twinsies. I don't know. But yeah, so again, I got 2 of each, and then I picked up batteries at the Dollar Tree. Hold on 1 second. Just gonna put this in here. Okay, so there's that. And we have a name for this. We named this. Well, you guys did, and I kind of adopted it. Stained glass. It's giving stained glass vibes. So, yep. This is my stained glass throw, and I kind of like it. So, yeah. Hi, Samantha. Welcome in. Super happy to see you here. The stained glass throw. So, it's literally the offset V-stitch, but because it's variegated yarn, why not? You know? It gives fall vibes. I love it. Okay. So, let me just slide this all back out of the way. The next thing I want to show you guys after I sip my coffee is my sweater. You can kind of see it. It's right here. I got to tell you, I had to frog the cuff. Listen, even me, you know, watching Netflix and not paying attention, I had the sleeve not on the right side, and I just, proud as punch, I'm like, I'm going so fast on this cuff. Something's not right, but that's okay. I'll figure it out at the end. I get all the way down to the last round of the cuff. I knot off, I snip, and come to find out, I didn't flip the sleeve onto the correct side. So when you're working your sleeves, the ribbing has to be on the outside. I still had my cuff inside out. So the ribbing was on the inside instead of the outside. And I didn't realize it until after I cut the yarn. So I went ahead and undid the knot, frogged it all back, flipped the sleeve, flipped the sleeve back around, and then I recrocheted it. So yeah, and I did sew in all of my ends, Trisha. If you're in the chat, I sewed in every single end so far. So here are my cuffs. So those are my cuffs, and for some odd reason, when I first did it, it was inside out. So anyway, long story short, I went ahead and redid it so it's on the correct side. And I'm showing you under the sleeves, you know, where there would typically be tails, all sewn in, and then underneath, I'll show you the bottom ribbing. So there's my bottom ribbing, which matches the cuffs. So that's the outside, and then this is the inside. And this is my inseam, and I will show you every single thing has been sewn in. So, love it. Now, what I'm going to do tonight is I am going to crochet up and around the cardigan. So this ribbing right here. So if you're using buttons, obviously you're going to have to decide which side you're going to put your buttons on. For me, I'm putting my buttons on my right side. And so anyway, the entire run of it all gets the same stitch. So you'll have to attach your buttons how you see fit. So you're going to attach it onto the stitch on the one side, and then you're going to use the other stitch on this side to literally put your buttons through. And the fun thing about the way I do my ribbing is you can set your buttons anywhere you want, because I'm, excuse me, I'm using treble crochets. So the entire ribbing has one row of trebles. So you can literally set your buttons anywhere you want, and it's actually going to work. It's actually going to go in. So you're good. For those of you guys who want sleeves, I will show you how I do the not sleeves, the hood. For those of you guys who want hoods, I will show you how to construct the hoods tomorrow, but my ribbing will already be done. So I'm going to be using the other cardigan. That's why I didn't really push to get that other one done. I'm going to show you the steps on how to measure for your hood and like where to put your stitch markers and all the things. So stay tuned for that for those who want hoods. All right. If I missed any of you guys, I do apologize. I know you guys are talking a mile a second, and I love that for us, but I wanted to share this with you guys just so that I didn't forget. All right. So that's the update. Very excited. Now I have to tell you guys something. I originally told you guys that I was going to use a solid. Remember the navy solid of Premier Puzzle with Red Heart Soft Navy? I was already elbows deep into this before I remembered that. And so I said, you know what? It's on here. It doesn't look bad. I'm leaving it. So, yeah. I think it would have looked better with that solid blue, but I'm not mad at this. It's fine as it is, you know? Hi, Michael. Welcome in. Sorry, I didn't see you. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for popping in here. So there's the sweater. All right. What else? What else? Whoops. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'll finish my part tonight. I only have that ribbing. It's 5 rounds, or sorry, rows. 5 rows, and I'll tell you guys the recipe tomorrow and what you need to do to finish this. And again, for those who want hoods, I'll do that. Now also, pockets. There are 2 ways to install pockets on a cardigan, at least how I do it. You have an anchor pocket, and then you have a patch pocket. Those are the 2 pockets that I do when I make cardigans, and I'm going to show you both ways. I'm going to show you how to do an anchor pocket, and then I'm going to show you how to do a patch pocket. And you can choose which pocket you want for your cardigan. And you can make your pocket any size you want. Maybe you don't even want pockets. You don't even have to have a pocket. But if you want a pocket on the inside or the outside, I'm going to show you how to anchor your stitches so that you can do your things. But I will tell you, if you're going to add a pocket to your cardigan, you are going to have to whip stitch at some point. So whether you are anchoring your pocket in or you're doing a patch pocket, you are going to have to do the whip stitch to go around so that you're able to complete your install. There really is no other way around it, because if you try to finagle with your stitches and, you know, anchor along the sides, it's going to look like a home ec project gone wrong. You want it looking nice. You want it looking like you spent some time working on it. So you're going to have to whip stitch. All right. So the other thing I want to tell you guys that you should already know, I mentioned it before, but this is supposed to be like a blueprint for you guys. I've given you guys the recipe, the building blocks on how to put together a cardigan. After this one is done, go back and make another one, but tailor it to you. And each time you make this cardigan recipe, it's going to get better and better and better. This is supposed to be the big boxy cardigan, so it's meant to be big and boxy. But a lot of you guys like the more form-fitting cardigans, and you'll be able to do that now that you know how to construct it. You have your back panel, your 2 front sides. You know how to join them now. You're able to put your sleeves on, and then your ribbing. So I've given you the pieces, and there's still one more piece, including the pockets. And I think, like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I made like 5 of these, like, over the course of the years. I actually plan on making one with just 1 strand of yarn now. Now that these are going to be done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab like a single strand of yarn, and I'm just going to make myself a cardigan, you know, not big boxy, something that actually looks nice. Not saying this doesn't look nice, but yeah, something a little more form-fitting to me, you know? All right. So, all right, we have that out of the way. I've shown that. We've done that. Okay, so a friend of mine, Becky, she and I are doing a yarn swap. So she sent me yarn, I'm sending her yarn, and I'm going to share the yarn with you guys. So I have only had this package for like a day. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this. How can I show you this without showing the thing? You guys have my address. But so this is me right here. And let me just go ahead and open this. I have no idea what she sent. Actually, I do know some variegated yarn. I just don't know the colorways. So let's see. Oh, yes. I do remember now. So Red Heart Super Saver, discontinued vintage yarn here. Oh, this is so nice. Look at this. Red Heart Super Saver Antique. You've got like, I want to call that like not raspberry, like a plum. It's like a plum purple with like a teal and a brown. So there's 3 of them. I know, wow, just a day. That's not usual for me. I usually sit on yarn for like a week, maybe 2 weeks before I show it. I don't know why. Well, because of all the other things. I know why. So 3 skeins, guys. It's called Antique, and it's 236 yards. It's 5 ounces at 141 grams. I mean, it's great yarn. 5.5 millimeter crochet hook recommendation, machine washable and dryable, all the things. Antique. So there's that. Becky, thank you so much for sending me this yarn. I really appreciate it. And I hope you like the yarn that I send you. So she has no idea what I'm sending her. Actually, full disclosure, I knew she was sending me this. I forgot. She told me she was sending me this. But then she said she was going to send me some other yarn. But I really didn't know the colorways of the yarn that she was sending me. So the rest of the bag is the surprise. And look at this. I love it. Okay. So, hey Juan, here are the yarns I told you I'd send. Some Red Heart Super Saver in Antique, and a few vintage variegateds I found in my stash. I hope they'll work in one of your vintage projects. Should I find any more, I'll be happy to send them. And as promised, no blink. Love you, Becky. Thank you so much, Becky. I appreciate that. So good. All right, let's dig into this and see what else is in here. Ooh. Red Heart Soft. Red Heart Soft. The colorway is called Spring. Look at that. Red Heart Soft in Spring. That is so, so amazing. That purple is like top notch, chef's kiss. And then you have that butter yellow, which is great. And then, oh, this is perfect. I love this. This is going right into my ripple blanket. By the way, my ripple blanket requires 45 stripes of variegated yarn. Each color gets 4 rows. It's 400 stitches across, and it requires 3.5 ounces of yarn per strip for 4 rows. 3.5 ounces. This is 4 ounces, so this is going to be perfect. All right, let's see what else is in the bag. Sage Mary. This is such a great colorway, guys. I actually am considering on making a blanket just in this colorway. Look at this. That purple this right here is my color right there. You see it? Of course you see it. It's all over your screens. This color, the dark purple right there, is my favorite color. Right there. And it's right there too. So, so good. Sage Mary. Okay. And this colorway here, oh my goodness. Earth and Sky. I've showcased this already. I used this. I made a sweater with it. You guys have seen it, right? I made a granny square sweater. If you haven't seen it, it's over there. I'll show it to you in a minute if you want to see it. But yeah, Earth and Sky. I love this. And I ran Karen 1 pound in this dark brown. Ran that together. It worked out perfectly. I used almost everything I had in stash, minus like a little cake. So you guys want to see my sweater? Okay, I'll show it to you in a moment. Oh, look, there's more. It's so nice we get it twice. I love it. Okay, thank you so much, Becky, for sending me this yarn. Oh, what a treat. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to go to my shelf over here and grab my granny square sweater. It's very vintage vibes looking. It was for a Taco Tuesday challenge. Hopefully it's still over there. It should be. Give me 1 moment. I'll go look. All right? Give me 1 second. Here it is. Let me just move the chair out of the way. This is my granny square sweater. We have the neck right there, granny square in the front, granny square in the back, and we have the sleeves. And yes, I'm able to do the granny stitch with small decreases and not big chunky decreases. And then we have the ribbing, just like that. But for the bottom, I only did like your standard stitch. I didn't match the ribbing because it was already long. So just a few rounds of that to kind of hold it all together. But yeah, vintage looking. And I made a matching hat. So yeah, Love this. No tutorial for this. I made this for the house. I wouldn't, let me see. Are you including Karen Dazzler in your Ripple blanket? I'm putting together a Happy Meal package. Dazzler is going to be a separate project because I love that yarn. It's got nylon in it. So I'm creating a separate vintage project just for Dazzler. But yeah, love this. Now see, I have to tell you, this is for the house. I don't think I would wear this outside. Or maybe, no, I wouldn't wear this outside. I would make this for the house. But yeah, I love that for me. So yeah, there's that. Let me move the yarn out of the way. Hold on. Hello, Shirley. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need a sip of this coffee. Oh, so good. My granny square doesn't look vintage. Well, the yarn is definitely within the 20-year mark. And also, too, how you're able to tell is this gold heart around the band. That, I mean, UPC codes go back to 76. So vintage begins at 2002. So anything, actually 2005. Anything prior to 2005 is considered vintage. Just a little FYI. Definitely before 2005. Okay? So there's that. All right. So I've shown yarn the other day, sent to me by Sherry Astrahan. She's a member of my channel. And I told you guys before I had 3 boxes of yarn. I've only shown one of the boxes. And so today I'm going to show you some more yarn. So I have 2 boxes to go through. And before I show you any yarn, I want you to know that a vast majority of this yarn is going to be going back to you guys, whether it's going to be a replay gift or for the podiversary or for a milestone. I'm going to be sharing this yarn back with you guys. I will keep some yarn because she did leave a note inside of the box. I looked where she told me specifically to not share some of that yarn because she wanted me to try and play with it. So that yarn, of course, I will keep, but the rest of it, I'm probably going to be giving it back to you guys. Okay. And I'll start with this box right here. I keep thinking the microphone is over there. Hold on. All right, so this first box is packed to the brim. All right. Hi, Penny. Welcome in, and hi, Steven. Let's see. I'm glistening because I have moisturizer on, Steven. Yes, it's not hot, I promise. It's actually really cool here in Nowhere, Delaware. And yeah, I put moisturizer on. So if you think I'm sweating, I promise you that's not it. We can thank Nivea for that. I have Nivea lotion on. Hi, Kendall. Welcome in. All right. So not that you guys needed to know I put lotion on. But yes, I put lotion on today. So there's that. All right, so before I start, I want to say, Sherry, thank you so much once again for sending yarn for the viewers. I really do appreciate that. I will be plucking some of the things, okay? So, Ice Yarns. All right, so this is acrylic yarn from Ice Yarns. It's lilac. So there is a full bag here between this and this, okay? Full bag. Let's see here. I'm going to do a one for you and a one for me. This is not yarn that I would typically work with, but I'm sure someone out there would. It's reminding me of like zigzag boucle yarn. If you look, you can see the zigzags, or maybe like a miniature homespun. I'm not sure. At any rate, so this is giving me, okay, let me see here. It's 100 meters per ball, and there's 8 altogether. Beautiful colorway. It's called Miscellaneous. I mean, it's 100% acrylic. It is, let me see, machine washable and dryable, made in Turkey. 50 grams, 100 meters, and let's see here. That's literally all the information that I have. So based on the thickness that I'm seeing, I'm going to say sport weight, like a number 2. It's very, very thin. It's thinner. It's thinner than a DK weight yarn, heavier than a number 1. So I'm going to call it a 2. So, and it's got like that Karen Simply Soft sheen to it. So anyway, there's 8 of those for you guys. I have no desire to hold on to that. We have another 8-pack of another colorway, but it's a different kind of yarn. I almost don't want to crack this open, but we need to see it. So let me be easy with it. Hold on. I'll tape it back up after the live. Okay. So this here, I'll show you close up. It's silver. It's like a silver metallic yarn. And let's see here. Where are the specs on this? I'll show you that one. So this here is 50 grams, 100 meters, plus or minus. It's 50% polyester, 50% nylon. It's silver. And it's machine washable and dryable. There are no hook recommendations on this, and I'm going to call this a DK weight yarn. Actually, am I going to call this a DK weight? Yes. DK weight. It's a thin 3. But yeah, you get about 125 yards, 100 meters or so, give or take. And you get 8 of them in this pack. Crinkle alert, sorry. Hi, Adele. Welcome out from the bushes. Huge hugs to you. Thank you for popping in. All right. So I'm going to fold this back up. We're going to put that right there. And next, this is another yarn that is literally going to be for you guys. It's too thin for me to work with. It's a beautiful colorway. We have 2 packs unopened. This is Eddie Bauer Adventure Cotton. So the colorway is called Buttercup. And I'm just going to give you a close up. It's like pale yellow colorway. So each one of these skeins has 590 yards. 590 yards. It's 5.3 ounces, 540 meters, 150 grams. It's a number 2 weight yarn, and they're suggesting a 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. And it's machine washable, lay flat to dry. And there's 6 of them here. Perfect for you guys. Not so perfect for me, but I already mentioned that, so you guys know. So I'll put that right there. We have a card. It says, Juan, yarn to share or to keep or question mark. So let's open that. Let's see what's inside this card. It says, twinkle, twinkle, little sea star. How much yarn is here today? Open the box. It doesn't have nuts or acorns in the box. It says, Dear Juan, more yarn, all yours. Keep on doing all the things. Sherry. Thank you so much, Sherry. I love these handmade cards. She actually like paints them and all the things. Super, super nice. Thank you so much, Sherry. Okay, let's keep going. This next one here is Juniper Moon. Juniper Moon yarn. If you've worked with Juniper Moon, you know exactly how good this yarn is. It's good yarn. We have 2 donuts here. There's 2, Juniper Moon. So let's see, this is called Pollock. Or yeah, Pollock yarn, Pollock. Luxurious blend of silk and linen. So I'm going to pull the other one out. I'll show you the yarn. So this here is 3.52 ounces at 100 grams. It's 349 yards per donut, 320 meters. It's hand wash, lay flat to dry. It is a DK weight yarn. It's a number 3. And they are suggesting a 3.75 to a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. If you're using knitting needles, they are suggesting US 5 to 7, which is, again, 3.75 to a 4.5. So, yeah. The colorway is Eyes in the Heat. That's the colorway name, Eyes in the Heat. I don't know. It's mint to me. Let's see. It's 55 silk, 45 linen. So beautiful, beautiful yarn. There's 2 here. This is going to be literally for you guys. I'll sit that right there on the desk. We have 1 ball of yarn here. This was like a mini skein that got balled up. So this is Plymouth yarn, Sahara, made in Italy. And I'll show you the shade there. It's a silver shade. Really, really nice. Actually, this was a donut. I can tell, yeah, this was a donut. So this is 40 linen, 40 bamboo, 20 silk. And let's see, it's a 50-gram donut, 110 yards. And yeah, so beautiful. It's very soft. You can definitely feel the silk in this. Gorgeous yarn. Little baby donut for you guys. The next one here, a bunch of skeins. This might actually be one of the giveaways for the Podiversary or a replay giveaway. Definitely for one of those occasions. All right, so I'm going to pull one of these out and show this to you. There are like 10 of these in here. Or more. There's 10 or more of these in here. Beautiful, beautiful yarn there. Let's see. It's called Garden Tweed. The color number is 10. So I'll get up close. Actually, let me do this. I'll grab another one and I'll read the specs and show you the yarn. So this is 40 cotton, 20 viscose, 35 linen, and 5% nylon. Made in Italy. And let's see. Made in Italy. And they are suggesting a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook or a number 7 knitting needle. And there's 50 grams, 72 yards here. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. Tons of little skeins like this. What would you guys make with this? Like a scarf or a top, like a spring top or a summer top? Possibilities are endless, I think. This is definitely giving me like scarf vibes. So again, this is literally going to be for one of those special giveaways, Podiversary, like or it could be a podcast treat, because we've been doing treats as of late. Make sure to watch the podcast episode so you know which treat's going in and which treat's going out. So this is the yarn that she's got a note on the bag right here. It says, don't give away, please play with this. So this yarn here, and this is why she wants me to play with it. It's 100% corn. 100% corn. Yes, I did a double take when I first saw this. So there's this full bag here, 100% corn. I'm still trying to process this, guys. 100% corn. What is even this? 100% corn. I keep saying that. 100% corn. And then there's more of like this very strange yarn. Like corn, yes. Like the corn that you eat. Like, yeah. I think it's like maybe the husks or the stalk. Yes, it's so, oh my goodness. This feels amazing. 100% corn. And it literally does say it. I know it's, listen, it's right there. I know it's backwards, but it literally says 100% corn, fiber content, right there above my finger. If you can read backwards, you can see it. 100% corn. All right. And let's see. They are suggesting a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. Let's see. Made in the US of A. The care instructions, machine wash cold and dry low. So it's machine washable and dryable. And no fuzz. This is corn. Who knew? It's 105 yards at 50 grams. I have to play with this. Now I understand why she said that. She's like, don't give it away, play with it, talk about it. This is like a maize colorway, like, hey, right? This is amazing. What a treat. And there's a bunch of different colorways in here. And I'm even, listen, in this special rare occasion, I'm willing to play with this hank too. Yes, it's that blink. Corn yarn is a new type of environmentally friendly fiber. Listen, I'm excited. I'm excited about this because it's sustainable, and I have no idea. I didn't even know this existed. So this is definitely going to be a video. I'm going to do a video. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to show it more in depth, and I'm going to start working it up into something. And it's going to sound clickbaity, guys, but I promise you it's corn. You guys are seeing this. So when you see the title, I mean, I know I would want to watch a video that's corn yarn. What is even that? Yes. So this is the exception because I don't know about you, but I've never heard of corn yarn. So yeah. She also had a note on this one because like that, this is a very strange to me yarn. W-H-E-Y, whey. Yes, yarn made out of whey. I'm going to crack this open and show you guys. I had to do a double take. I had to look at it and be like, what is even this? Whey? I know my protein powder has whey in it, but I didn't know that you can make yarn with it. So let's look at it. This is whey. I know it's backwards. I'm sorry. W-H-E-Y. I wonder if the fiber is as strong as the protein we drink. W-H-E-Y. And let's see. Okay, the fiber content. Are you ready for this? Listen to this. Fiber content is 50% milk, 50% soy. Listen, it's right here. 50% milk, 50% whey. Milk? I don't know. Anyway, they're suggesting, once again, a 3.5 millimeter knitting needle. Let's see. It says, note, the Milky Way yarn will relax after the first washing. Gently hand wash your swatch, lay flat to dry before checking gauge. 137 yards, 50 grams, made in the US of A. Milk and soy. Natural fibers. This is where it is. I keep thinking that it's like a trick, but this colorway is Eclipse. It's a whole line of yarn apparently. So yeah. Milky Way. And we've got two shades. We have this Eclipse colorway, which is like a very dark, like black almost. But it's gray. It's like the really, really dark, deep gray. And then we have this other colorway in the bag. This is the only other colorway in this particular bag. And it's called Latte. So it's a latte, same specs, same everything. 50% soy, 50% milk. Milk fiber? I've never heard of it. I'm going to have to look into this and do some digging. So when I go to do the video, I'll have some information to pair this with. So a bunch of these, right? And then we have a third colorway. It's called Cabana Brown. This entire bag is Cabana Brown. So good. I love the idea of sustainability. The fact that we're able to take natural ingredients and make yarn with it and make it sustainable, this is great. In case you get hungry while crocheting, you can just start chewing on the yarn. Oh, that is hilarious. I love it. It's so good. I wonder how it drapes. We'll see. I have no idea, guys. What I think I'm going to do, I'm actually, before I present this video, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to make something with it or start a swatch so that I can show you guys what it looks like worked up. And then I'll talk about it after I do some research. So I'll do a whole presentation on it. It's going to take me some time to collect the data and the information and make sure that my sources are reliable. So we can't just pop off with information without double checking, you know? Okay, so I have more yarn. But wait, there's more. Yes, there is more yarn. I have one more box, but it doesn't have a lot of yarn in it. So I just want to get through this so that I can go through all of the other yarns on future lives. So yes, there's more of different yarns from different things and all the things. All right, so let's move on. This yarn I am going to confiscate. I'm letting you know that right now before I show it. Yes, out of all the yarn, I'm keeping what she's telling me to keep and this. So this is James C. Brett, but this is DK weight. Like I have chunky. So James C. Brett Marble Chunky. All right. This is James C. Brett DK. And this is new to me. I do not own any of this yarn and I'm very excited to work with it. Look at this beautiful, beautiful colorway here. It kind of reminds me of Lumberjack, doesn't it? Or no, Leapfrog. But not really because, you know, it's a different... So we have purple and green, and it's a DK weight yarn. It's a perfect DK weight. Love that. And let's see. It's a DK weight. It's 100 grams. The writing is very difficult to see. Made in Turkey. 100% acrylic, 240 meters, 262 yards. And it is machine washable and dryable. And they are suggesting a 4mm knitting needle. And I'm telling you right now, I would use a 5mm crochet hook for this. 100%. I would use 5mm crochet hook. Even though they may be suggesting a 4, I would use a 5. If it's a DK weight, I'm using a 5. Even if it's a thin DK weight, it's fine. I use a 5. I'll set that over there. This is going to be another treat for you guys at some point. So we have 8 skeins of this vintage solid yarn. This here is, I got to pop it out. I can't see. Oh, this is nice. This feels great. The price of this, original pricing, 49 cents for one of these, originally. And you can tell when you see this label, it's been around for a while. Anyway, it's gold label, Windtuck. Gold label Windtuck yarn, a medium 4 weight, machine washable. Actually, it says machine washable, or you can wash by hand. You can dry it or hang to dry. Options, they're giving you all the options. You think it was from your spouse's grandmother. Oh, that's amazing. Again, great yarn, guys. It feels just like the Plymouth yarns, the Plymouth acrylics. That's what it feels like. It feels amazing. So I'm sure whoever winds up with this could easily put this into a project because it's just, it feels a lot softer than the Red Heart Super Saver Aran, but you have a lot of yards here. Speaking of that, let me see. These older skeins really do not give yardage, but 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. That's the typical size for something like this, but there's no yardage information on here. We just know that it's acrylic yarn, and it's about 3.5 ounces. So, all right, there's that. This yarn right here is going to be, let's see, soft acrylic. There's no label. This is a no label. Hold on. I think I know what this is. Let me see. Is that the same? Is that the same? That might, no, that's different. Close. It was close, but no. Close but no cigar. I thought it was Kabasi yarn, just caked up. Is that it? No. The fibers look a little different. Yeah, it's a little different. Oh well, I thought I had it. Nope. But it's still nice. It's chain spun. It's a chain spun and it feels like acrylic, maybe a cotton acrylic. Super soft, super nice. This is going to be for you guys. I'm going to put that in here. All right. This is also for you guys, a sleeve of variegated yarn. So you have like the coffee colors, the espresso browns, the creams. Very, very nice. A whole sleeve. And let's pop this open and take a look at what the sleeve or what each skein is giving us. It's looking like a 50-gram skein. So I'll give you a close-up of that. It looks like milk yarn, but it's Panda cotton. Panda cotton, and let's see here. They are suggesting a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook or knitting needle. 2.5. So it's a one-weight yarn. 182 yards, 50 grams. 168 meters at 50 grams. So yeah. So it's 59 bamboo, 25 cotton, and 16 elastic nylon. Socks. That's immediately, it reminds me of like sock yarn. So cotton socks, because it's got like nylon in it. So yep, that's for you guys. I think I'm going to confiscate this yarn. I'm not sure. If I don't have a need for it, I'm going to share it back with you guys. I've never tried this yarn and I want to try it. I saw it and got really excited about it. So this is called Nashua Hand Knits by Zinnia. Let me crack this open and show you guys. She sent 2 sleeves of this, which I think is going to be enough to make a top. But look at this yarn. I think if I took this to knitting needles, this would make a nice top. I love this shade. So let's see here. It's 74 cotton, 25 nylon. And let's see, it's 50 grams at 80 yards, 73 meters, made in Italy. So it's Italian. And let me see here. Washing instructions, hand wash, lay flat to dry. And they are suggesting a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's a medium 4 weight yarn. I may even crochet with this. That's great. So stay tuned for this. I'm actually going to confiscate this. Sorry guys. I want to try it. I want to try it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my yarn over here, the yarn I'm going to keep for me. I'm going to put it right here. This is yarn for replay. And the rest of this is going to go in the box for you guys for prizes and things. Okay, so I think we were able to sort through all of that. Wow, that's Sherry. Thank you so much for these wonderful gifts for the viewers and the members of the channel. I will let you guys know when the next replay is going to happen, like the giveaway. It's going to be for podcast number 100. So podcast number 100 releases on Friday. So if you're interested in a potential giveaway, you want to see what it is, make sure that you watch it. So my podcast day is Friday. That's when I drop my podcast episodes. And so during that podcast episode, I'm going to announce what the treat is at some point during that video. So stay tuned for that. All right. All great yarns. And you know what? All yarn is good yarn, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, even the pink yarns, someone out there absolutely loves the pink, which I love that for them. So, you know, all yarn is good yarn. Even vintage yarn, brand new yarn, doesn't matter. All yarn has a purpose. And I think that, you know, if you don't know how to work with a yarn, you can literally reach out to someone. We all will figure it out together if you're not sure. Like corn yarn. How do we even work with that? So I'm going to do the things, I'm going to play with it and figure it out. But, you know, new to me yarn, Hi, Diane. Welcome in. 29 boxes of yarn to charity as of this week. That's amazing, Sherry. That's amazing. Thank you so much for donating your yarn to the channel and allowing me to pay it forward to the people who watch. I really do appreciate that. And I know that this yarn will wind up in the hands of people who may never have tried this yarn before. And they probably wouldn't have tried it beforehand. So yes, thank you so much for your generosity for the channel. So super, super nice. Let's see. Hi, Fiber Arts. Welcome in. Last week I was able to donate 3 garden bags full of yarn. It felt so good. Wow. Oh, I have to tell you guys. I'm not going to show it, but I found it. So if you've been following my journey here, there was a whip that I lost, and I lost it for like almost a year. I found it today. Literally today. This morning before I left, I spent the day out and about doing all the things. But this morning I was going through my back closet, and hanging off of the hook in the back of the closet was my raglan, my red raglan. So I was making a top last year with Color Fusion DK from Premier. And I stopped working it because the yellow colorway in the yarn was different from skein to skein. So I stopped. I ordered more yarn. The yarn that came in, the yellow was too bright. So anyway, we made a decision collectively for me to chop out the yellow. Well, I can't do that because I'm too far along. The entire yoke is done and the trunk is done. I only have the sleeves and the ribbing to do, and then it's finished. So I will talk about all that on Friday, maybe, depending, because it is podcast 100. And I kind of sort of have an agenda already laid out for podcast 100. So if I'm able to fit it in there, I will, because I need to get that on the hook, like now. But I found it. I knew I had it. I knew, like, I didn't throw it away. I wouldn't do that, So I knew it was here. It was just a matter of time before I found it. And I'm super happy that I found it. Yes. I feel like, I've accomplished something by finding that whip. To me, that's the equivalent of 2 FOs. Finding that one long lost whip. It's such a great feeling to be able to find that, because I really wanted to do that one and to get it done. So good. Save it for date night. Yeah, that's a great idea too. It's an amazing idea. And by the way, guys, I mentioned this before. I've got a pile of whips right here. I mentioned that earlier in the week. Now, Taco Tuesday challenge is to finish a whip, right? So I'm going to pick one of these and actually finish them. Finish one. Actually, more than one, I hope. So stay tuned for that. How are you guys? I mean, it's only been one day, right, since yesterday. Has anybody started a taco challenge? I haven't started anything yet. I've been so busy. Anybody start anything? I could tell you, like, I tried, but time was not my friends since yesterday. I've been so busy. Donna, you did 2? Since yesterday, you did 2 taco challenges? Oh my goodness. I'm so behind the ball. Wow. That's, your whip is your cardi. I love it. 2 small ones. Hey, big or small, doesn't matter, right? And okay, to be fair, week 4 for our Mal, our make-along, is literally this Thursday. So, like, that technically could be one of the taco challenges, You have a baby blanket you're trying to finish. I love that. You started a hat with gold and red. That's a great colorway. Let's see. You had to frog your entire cardigan. You're starting again. It was the sizing, right? You wanted it to come in a little more. You started a new project, so maybe I'll have it done by next week. Love that. So I want to do the Eagles because, I'm not like a crazy football person, but if I had to choose a team, it would be the Eagles because, Eagles, Philly. So I have the yarn for it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish what I want to make in time. That's the thing. And I don't want to shortchange myself and do something small and rinky dinky just because, this is the time frame that I have. If I'm going to do it, I want to do something that like I've always wanted to do, which is like a big Eagles blanket. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do an Eagles boggy and then I'll make one for myself later. I don't know. Did someone say dirty birds? I'm going to remove that comment. Don't say dirty birds. That's not nice. Let's see. Juan, where is the whip that was frog deep green with yellow? It was gifted to you. That's in the other room. So I frogged it and I'm doing my modern granny but with a twist. I still have it. It's still a whip. It's like in timeout. You've done a Steelers graph? Well, okay, I can tolerate Steelers. I am from Pennsylvania, so any of the Pennsylvania teams I can support. I can get behind the Steelers. I can get behind Phillies, Flyers, and Eagles. Do a graph game? I can't do one in a week. Unfortunately, less than a week, right? I could do one, but I don't know if I can get a boggy size one done in time by Taco Tuesday. Where's the baloney hat? Oh my. Go Packers. Oh my. We have a Packers fan in the chat. Thank you so much, the Crochet Diva. I appreciate your kind words. You liked my sweater? You like the Denver Broncos even though you live in Texas. Hey, listen, I'm not mad at you. When I lived in Dallas, I was an Eagles fan. Yep, even in cowboy country. Everybody loved the Cowboys down there, but here I was with my Eagles stickers and all the things. So, no, not Cowboys, Jill. Eagles, not Cowboys. Yes, go Birds. Exactly. Thank you, Imani. At least someone knows and can appreciate it. Ravens are the only good bird. No, no, no. Only behind the Eagles, of course. If you're from this area, like, yeah, 9 times out of 10, you're going to say Eagles over anything else at this point. Thank you. And you know what? A lot of people are Pats fans. Like when I lived in Massachusetts for that little stretch of time, I was a Pats fan. But I like the Pats and I liked the Eagles at the same time. See, I was able to double dip because, you have to have mutual respect for all the things. But a lot of natives of Massachusetts, they're like, no. Bad on the Birds, Pats, that's it. They're one road. They don't have multiple lanes. They only have one lane. You either follow their teams like the Celtics and the Pats, or no. Nothing else matters but like their teams. I'm not mad at it. There's lots of people like that. No, Becca. No, Becca. I can say that. I'm in Delaware now. Yes, or go away, right? So I'll tell you what happened one time. I lived in Boston. You guys know that. If you don't know, you'll know now. I lived in Boston in 2015, and my car had Eagle stickers all over it, like in the back, the bumper. Not all over it. My bumper had Eagle stickers. Someone, and to this very day, I don't know who did it. Someone covered my Eagle stickers with Pat's stickers. I come out and I'm like, what happened to my bumper? Something looked weird. I walked to the back and I'm like, my Eagle stickers were completely covered with Pat's stickers. Yeah. They covered it right on up. They didn't take it off. They didn't tear it down. They just covered it. I'm like, and I try to peel it off. No. When I lived in Boston, it was just me and Ma. So whoever did it was complete strangers. They literally just covered my bumper with Pat stickers. Go Pats and all the things. Right? I tried peeling it off and I couldn't without destroying my sticker. So I had to leave it on there for the entire time that I lived in Boston. And I didn't have those stickers on there. Like I had just moved to Boston, and probably like a week and a half after I got there, I pull up to work, I park, I do my shift, I come out, and in the parking lot at work. I tried rolling back the cameras, I couldn't find anything. Oh well, it's fine. They probably use super glue. And you know what? Something tells me those Bostonians would do something like that. Like they would carve time out of their day to make sure that if I go to rip off their sticker, my sticker was coming off with their sticker. Yeah. So I had to leave the sticker on there because my Eagle sticker was like, destroyed at this point. Yes. And for you guys, I mean, Trisha knows, I mean, she's from there. So that's typical Boston behavior. That's what they do there. They're petty boots. A bunch of petty petunias up there in Boston, but that's fine. We love them nonetheless. Oh, petty petunias, right? Petty boots. They could have just put magnets over top of my stickers, but no. They put glue of some sorts and then the sticker. And they made absolutely sure that when I tried to pull that off, my Eagle stickers would not stay. Like they had to go. If their Pat sticker had to go, those Eagle stickers had to go right along with it. So, oh well, it's fine. Miss Petty McPetty-Fearson. Yes, I agree. Petty boots the house down. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome in. And hi, Erica. Your son moved to Boston area early this year. Wow. And you know what? I'll tell you, Boston is very expensive. It's a very expensive place to live. But if you're able to afford living in Boston proper, it's a really nice place to live, in my opinion, because you have the hustle and bustle of the city, but not nearly as much as some of the other things that you see in some of these other bigger cities. So I really enjoyed my time in Boston, all things considered, even with the Pat stickers being on my car the entire time I was there. I'm not sure, Kathy. It may have been the year after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. No, 2015. So I was in Boston from 2014 to 2015 going into 2016. So however long that was. So, yes. Where can I get a pattern for a blanket with a cart on similar to Cat's Meow? Etsy. Linda, you're going to want to go to Etsy for that. They have some really, and all you have to do is type in there GraphGan and blah, 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 whatever you want after that, and you will find what you're looking for. I find everything on Etsy. So, so good. Massachusetts is the best. Well, I don't know about the best, but it is really good. It's really good. I will give Massachusetts its props. They call it Taxachusetts for a reason. They call it Masshole for a reason. They have nicknames for reasons, right? Mass. Yeah. So there's reasons why they call it that. So it's great, but there's some downfalls. But I think there are pluses and minuses to every place everybody lives at. Oh, yes. So the one thing that I have to tell you that I love most about Massachusetts is the weather. They have the absolute best autumn and the absolute best spring. Forget about the winter. I don't like their winters, but I love their springtime and I love their fall. The best. The trees, absolutely gorgeous. It gives hocus pocus 1000%. I love it. Yeah, they're wicked smart. The car. Park the car. So good. I'm so bad at accents too. So I'm definitely not one to, yes, it is very expensive. Yep. I've never paid, like I was a renter when I lived in Massachusetts. I've never paid that much rent in my life. Like for the amount of money I paid in rent, I could probably rent 2 apartments anywhere else. But that's just cost of living there. And they charge you for every single thing. Like you have to pay to park. Even if like you're in an apartment complex, you have to pay for like a permit to park in the apartment complex. And then they have these weird like taxes like a vehicle excise tax. So if you drive, you have to pay for the privilege to drive, you know, and it's a yearly fee. It's insane. That's why they call it New England, right? Mm-hmm, for sure. The northern fall season is so nice. Think about this. You have your scarves, you know, or your shawl, your pumpkin spice, you have that cool breeze and the leaves and Hocus Pocus and Salem, Massachusetts with the witches and all the things. It's so nice. I wish it was like that everywhere, but it isn't. That's what's special about Massachusetts to me. I love it. It's about $2,000 a month here. Oh, well, no, I paid closer to 5,000 a month. Yep. That was what my rent was in Boston. I didn't even live in the city downtown. I was in outside, like towards the edge of Boston proper. So West Roxbury. So I was out on the edge and my rent was like 49 and some change a month. It was very, very expensive. And I mean, I had this, you know, it came with amenities. I'll give it that. But like, you know, you had the gym and the swimming pool and all the things, but it was almost 5,000 a month. Yep. You can buy two houses for that, right? I said you can rent two apartments for what I paid in Boston. I was so excited to leave Boston. I'm like, I have to leave here because in Philly, living in a very nice area in Center City, you pay half that. So I was excited to get back to Philly. And when I finally got back to Philly, I breathed a sigh of relief. I'm like, thank goodness I'm not paying almost 5,000 a month in rent. Now it's time to save up and buy a house. And that's exactly what I did. While living in Philly, I saved and bought a house. So, absolutely. So my sister used to live in Marshfield, cranberry fields, and gorgeous beaches. Love that. You know, the whole time I lived in Massachusetts, I really wish that I had a chance to go to Provincetown. You hear all these fun things about P-Town. I never made my way over there. And it was right there. I could have just drove, but I never had a chance to go. Yes, I paid 4,900 and I think $48 a month. So, and that all included like the gym amenities, the trash, the tax. Yeah, you have to pay tax on everything. So, you know. Anyway, it had 3 bedrooms. I mean, think about it. 3 bedroom apartments in a place like Massachusetts where it's small to begin with. There really aren't many places available. So they have to jack up the rent in order to, you know, supply and demand. You love P-Town as a teenager? I wish I had a chance to go. Back then when I lived there, you know? You have friends on the Cape? Oh, I want friends on the Cape. I want friends on the Cape that I could go visit. That would be nice. Yes, I was. I was saying every single cuss in the book, every single time, but yet they took it electronically. So I didn't have to pay a person. They just took it right out of my account, direct deposit. I'd wake up one morning and just felt like an anvil landed on my chest. Oh, the rent was paid. You grew up in Delaware? I love it. And you know what? A lot of people that are like from Philly, or actually, no. People that are from Delaware, like they don't understand why I love Delaware so much. I actually love Delaware. I love living here. It's such a great place to me because it's central to everything. I can drive to DC. I can drive to New York. I can go to New York. I can go to DC. I can go to Atlantic City. I can go down to the Delaware beaches. I can do a day trip in 7 directions and do 7 different things each day of the week. You know, and there's no tax in my state, no sales tax. So I can literally go to the store, buy whatever I want and not have to pay anything extra, like a sugar tax like Philly has and the sales tax. I don't have to worry about any of that. I love it here. The property tax is 0.4%, I think. It's amazing. Potiversary Friday, 9/19. Yes, I forgot about that. So yeah, guys, in 9 days, my 2-year potiversary. I don't typically do a Friday. Well, I have done Friday lives, but not regularly. But the 19th is a Friday, and I am going to be doing a live, and it will be my 2-year podiversary. I don't know exactly what we're doing yet. I'm not a planner. I am not a type A personality. I'm a type B. If there was a C, I would be that. I would be the C. I'm a B. So I'm not a planner. I, I'm a procrastinator. Oh yeah, we got it. We'll do it. We'll do it. And then literally the minute before it's due, I'm panicking. I'm like, oh, I didn't get it done. I should have done that. We'll fly by the seat of our pants. We'll just come on, hang out, and have a good time. That is, right? That's what we're going to get. I think. Just be me, right? Well, guess what? If I'm being me, we're going to do type B. We're just going to come in and do the things. So, you know what, Darlene? I have to agree with you. Who else feels this way? Summer. What happened to summer? Last year's summer was ridiculously long. I felt like it would never end. This year, it feels like it just started and it's done. You're driving the party bus to Juan's. I love that for us, Jess. It's so good. So let's see, you're doing the 100th podcast and a live podiversary. So my 100th podcast is going to be this Friday. So on the 12th. The 19th, 1 week from then, is, now, I'm sorry. I had to talk this out and actually, so my podiversary will be podcast 101. Or should I forego this week's podcast and save it for my podiversary and do a double dip? And I can do a 100 podcast and a podiversary all in one fell swoop. I don't know what I should do. Sherry says, capital N-O. Maybe separate. Yeah. I need to stick to a schedule, right? It's going to be podcast 101. Or I can do the podcast on Thursday and then do my podiversary on Friday. I can just do the podcast one day early. Yeah. I'll keep them separate. I don't want to oversaturate, right? Yeah, let's not oversaturate. So what I will do, I'm going to do podcast 100 tomorrow or Friday. And then next week, on Friday, when I would originally do my podcast, I will move it up or move it back. One of the days. And then the podcast will be all by itself exclusive. Yeah, I want to do that because if I leave this stuff sit too long, my videos become that much longer. And you guys already know I put so much stuff into my podcast videos. So if it sits here, it's going to be like an hour and a half. I can't do that. So I'm trying to shorten these videos because they're already long. But can you imagine if I have 2 weeks worth of content just sitting here waiting for us to talk about? Those videos are going to be like forever long. And some of you guys really like that, but honestly, I think that's one of the drawbacks. That's kind of why some of the people give me thumbs down. It's too long. Juan, you're still talking. It's been 30 minutes. I mean, it is what it is, but let's see. So let's see, just skip podcast next week when you do the podiversary. So skip 101. Okay. No, I got confused too, Steven, because Friday is my podcast day, and then podiversary is also on a Friday. So yeah, 100% valid right there. You had a very valid concern. So, you know what? For those of you guys that are saying that my videos are not too long, I agree with you. As long as I have something to say, it's long enough, But there are people out there who think that these videos need to be short, sweet, to the point, be done with it, so I can go on to the next one. Some people don't like long videos, and they let me know that by hitting that thumbs down button. I really wish that YouTube would let us know who hits those up or down. You know how like Facebook, you can see who hit what button? I wish YouTube did that. Tell us all the things. If you want to hit the thumbie up or the thumbie down, tell us who you are. I would love that. I think it would change the scope of a lot of things, guys. I'm just saying, right? Anyway, I have my opinions about it, but we'll leave it at that. I like my videos like as long as they are. In fact, I feel like some of my videos could be a little longer. Like my coffee and cake with Juan, I try to wrap it up at like an hour. But if I'm in the mood to make another cake, I want to make another cake. So we'll see. I'm just saying. Or if I have content for my podcast, like if there's another whip under the table, but it's running long, sometimes I really do want to just pull that other whip out and just tell you guys about it because it's there. I have it here for you to show. So yeah, we'll do it. I'm going to do it. We made it to podcast 100. New podcast. Well, it's not a new one, but you know what I mean. Just do it. Monica, you love them longer. I love them longer too, to be honest. I just love talking. I can't help it. I love talking. You guys love to listen. So that's good for both of us. And as long as you guys are willing to listen to the things and listen, you guys do offer a lot of feedback and I do take it. I do take that feedback and I add it into my notes and, you hook while listening. I love that for both of us, actually. Not that I want every one of your videos to be 3 hours. I have to say that 3 hour casting one was the most fun. It was really good. And some of the feedback that I got was to keep a variety. Like some videos can be long, right? But then let some of them be short so that we have variety there. So like if you want a short little video for today and not a 3 hour one, you can click on that one instead of the 3 hour one. And then maybe one day you're working on your blanket and you just want to hear me talk about all the things. And now you're going to look for a longer one because you're working a whip and you don't feel like clicking any of the buttons because like this video is long enough for you to just sit there and work and not have to touch any of the things. That's how I get. Like I watch podcasters that take a long time because I don't like clicking my buttons. I'd rather keep my hook in my hands. I'm your coffee break time, Sherry. I love that. It's so good. I love it. And Patsy loves listening. I love that you love to listen. It's so much fun. Hi, Denny. Welcome in. Thank you so much for popping in here. I appreciate it. So yeah, like some of my projects, guys, the last thing I want to do is to put it down and find my little mouse or find my phone and click on all the things. I'd rather just put it on, turn the volume up, and just do what I got to do. It's like visiting with a friend in the room. Love the conversation. Yeah. Now, I got to tell you guys, one of the things that I've been thinking about as of late, I have to share this with you. It's kind of important, I think. I keep talking about bringing guests up, right? For the longest, it's been a long time since I had anyone here on the channel on a panel. And a lot of the feedback that I got was just keep it you. But I like having company every now and then. And so the question becomes, what do we consider company, right? So we have a lot of people in the chat that love yarn just as much as I do. So maybe we can pull somebody up from the chat to come in and chit chat for a while, or, maybe one of the mods can come up or one of the members or one of the viewers just come up and chit chat for a little while to keep us all company, something different, I thought about it and a lot of people were like, we kind of like it how it is. Have company every once in a while. Not every video, but every once in a while, What about a member showcase? Getting to know you type of podcast. I would love that. Yep. Bring up a handful of my members that would come up and chit chat about their whips and things like that. I would love that. Yeah, we may actually do that. We'll see. Yes, that is true, Monica. And that's exactly the feedback that I get. It would be nice to meet the other folks, but people tune in to come and see me. And I get it. I totally get it. And I haven't brought anyone on for that very reason because, too often we go and watch videos and things like that, and it all gets lost in the dialogue. When you have a lot of people on panel, sometimes, you kind of lose sight of like what is even happening. It doesn't always run that way, but sometimes you're watching and you see a bunch of people on there and you think to yourself, what is going on? But sometimes it works. Like there were times where it was me, Trisha, Jaxie on panel, and we're just shooting the breeze and it works. The chemistry works. But sometimes, it doesn't work. And I've been on panels where I shut down because I don't know what else to say. So I know both ends of that spectrum. It's a very, very touchy line that you cross when you do that. You recently got to meet some people face to face. It's so nice to put names with faces. Right. That's the other thing too. You see them in chat so often that it would be nice to actually meet them, So we'll see. Yes, talking over each other and all the things. Yes, everybody wants to be heard, and I get it, But I like the people that I would like to bring up. I literally just enjoy their company, and I know that the people that I bring up or people that I want to bring up love yarn as much as I do. They're addicts like me. We eat, breathe, and sleep yarn. We eat, breathe, and sleep crochet. We talk about blankets and stitches and patterns and all the things and hooks. Those are the kinds of people that I like bringing up because the chit chat just doesn't stop when it comes to all things yarn. And I love that, So, yes, love that for us. Well, yeah. So again, stay tuned. I'll keep you guys posted on what we do. But for now, it's just going to be me. We're going to hang out and do all the things right here. It'll be fun. We'll love that. Before I wrap up, just a few little reminders. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? So we're doing the MAL. The last week of the MAL is tomorrow. So for those of you guys who were not here in the beginning, I'm just going to do a very quick recap of my sweater, and I'm going to talk to you about what tomorrow is going to be about, okay? Let me just move this yarn over here and bring out the sweater very quickly one last time. So as of right now, I am caught up. I'm ready for week 4. So walking into week 4, you should have the ribbing at the bottom completed all the way around. And you should have your sleeves done, your cuffs. So your cuffs and your ribbing here, all of that should be done. Your sides obviously together. All of your ends sewn in, everything sewn in and ready to go. Tomorrow, we are going to do this ribbing right here, the part that goes around your neck. We're going to do, actually, let me put this on. So tomorrow, we are going to be doing all of this. So this is where I'm at with mine. Big boxy cardi. Love that. Okay. So we're going to be doing this ribbing that comes around the sweater. And then I'm also going to show you guys how to install pockets. So I have to tell you guys that there are 2 different ways of pockets that I can show you how to do. We can do anchor pockets or we can do patch pockets. So we can, for me, I'm going to do an anchor pocket. So you anchor your stitches in on the bottom row and then you make your pocket and then you whip stitch the pocket onto the front of your cardigan. Or you can make a separate piece and then whip stitch the 3 sides however you want. So those are the 2 ways. And I'll talk about that tomorrow. Also too, I'll talk to you guys about buttons and like how you should install them, where you should install them, and how it all works out. Also for the hood folks, the folks who want hoods, So I will tell you like where to measure, like to put your stitch markers. It's actually kind of where I'm holding at. So I'll tell you where to do that and how to install your hood, and then you do your ribbing. But for those of us who are not doing hoods, we're going right to the ribbing. All right. Thank you so much, Patsy. And for those of you guys who are noticing, you see how far back this is? That's because my ribbing is not installed yet. My ribbing is going to be like that thick. So once it's on here, it's actually going to look how it should. It should sit like this right now. If you try yours on around your neck, it should look like this. Because once the ribbing is on, it's going to come right to my neck. So here's that. Thank you so much, Adele. I appreciate that. You're making your cardigan with #1 cotton. I love that for you, Bon Bon. I have to see that. No one as of right now has told me they're working with a #1 weight. That's amazing. Ugh. Okay, so I think that's all I have for this live, guys. I can't believe it. It's been an hour and a half. I love it. Anyway, guys, I am wrapping this up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see those of you guys who are working with the mal. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. Stay tuned for the posting. I'll let you guys know when that's all happening. And until the next one, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful night, okay? Take care, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.